What's going on, guys? D. Anthony here with evolutiontraders.com. First things first, before we get into going over the strategy for today that I was, mainly focusing on here in the NASDAQ, let's get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. So I currently just hit 4,500 subscribers. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm waiting for you to hit the subscribe button. All right, now that you've hit the subscribe button, we're going to get into this video. But again, I've been working on this channel now going on almost 3.5, 4 years. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of free content, a lot of free knowledge, free training and education out there for everyone to try to help everyone get on the same page. Because again, the beautiful thing about trading is it doesn't matter how much liquidity comes into the market. It doesn't matter how much quote unquote competition comes into the market. It's all good for the market. You making money in the stock market does not mean that I'm going to be losing money in the stock market. Me making money or losing money in the stock market, vice versa, doesn't really matter for you. So we can all kind of break bread together. And I feel that the stronger you are in a group-like setting, which is why I developed Evolution Traders, you can definitely work together and help focus on one, sole goal. So what we're looking at here is the NASDAQ 100 5-minute time frame. Now, all we're going to be doing here is going over the 20 SMA plays from today's market open. So if we notice here in the pre-market, okay, or in after hours, whatever you like to call it, we had a setup at 5:25 a.m. Now, here's one thing about futures, especially if you're coming over from the stocks and options side, or you're coming over from the Forex side, wherever you're coming from. The futures market is open 23 hours a day, so it's going to operate a little bit differently than if you were trading options or stocks where you kind of have to wait for that New York session to open. Realistically, you can get a trade set up 23 hours out of the day at any time. Obviously there's more liquidity and more price action during a New York session, but just understand and be aware. So at 5:25 a.m., we have this beautiful 20 SMA play. Now, what is a 20 SMA play? That means when price action is currently trading over the 20 SMA like it was here, and then loses the 20 SMA, and then you get a following candle to confirm the new low. That's where you're going to want to take your entry, and you're normally trying to target a 1-to-1. In this particular case, you would have got a lot more than 1R on the trade. I'll kind of show you guys how to extend those winners inside Evolution Traders. But for the sake of the video, this candle was a 21 point candle range. You're going to give yourself a 21 point stop loss. So what I always like to tell people, please, especially if you're coming over from Forex, the NASDAQ 100 is an absolute beast. I don't care if you've been trading the NDX, 100 or whatever you guys call it over there on that side. When you trade the NASDAQ, okay, this thing is a monster. It can snap you around 20, 30, 40 points in a matter of seconds, a matter of minutes. And if you're oversized and over leveraged, you can hurt yourself really, really bad. Again, I focus on teaching people to start with micros, which the ticker symbol for that is MNQ. And then I focus on taking 1 to 2 micro trades at a time, looking to target a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio until you get your feet wet. And then from there, you kind of expand and develop on how you're going to hold for more profits, or when you're going to take scalps versus longer trades, so forth and so forth. However, for the sake of the video, let's go over the plays as they set up. The first play came in the pre-market about an hour before New York opened. It did hit for 21 points. That should be a 21-point winner there. Your next setup didn't come until 8:55. That's the only problem when you have a serious trending day. You're not going to get a lot of setups. Now, again, inside of Evolution Traders, I teach all sorts of ways to trade, all sorts of different entries and exits where you can use, where you can kind of get in on some of these shorts. You can get in on actually some of these bounces, get in on this bounce, get in on this short. But for the sake of the video, let's keep things very simple. I'm all about simplicity, because the simpler you make things, the easier it is to follow. Okay, let me say that again. The simpler your trading strategy is, the less rules, the less indicators, the less things you need to happen, the easier it is to manage your money and manage the trade. So again, what are we looking for? Change in trends over under the 20 SMA. Now, why the 20 SMA? The 20 SMA provides a very, very solid level of support as well as supply. Anytime price is trading below the 20 SMA, these sellers are in control. So I kind of want to ignore the green candles below the 20 SMA, and I want to ignore the red candles when we're above the 20 SMA. And it's very easy to manage your risk here, because all we're using as a one-to-one profit target and risk target is whatever candle that closes below the 20 SMA, the range of that candle, which in this particular case here on the first one was 21 points. That's what we're looking to give as a stop loss, as well as take profit or close to it. With that being said, that second trade that happens here, it's a 33-point range. You would have entered this trade at 9 a.m. once we confirm. Again, and pull up my drawing tool. Stop loss would go here, top of the candle there. Entry is there. Okay, I know that it's a little bit of a fat line there. Now, does this play out at a 1-to-1? Well, the high price here was 17,942, and we touched highs of 17,978. So you can see here, you got your 30 plus points on this particular trade. Now, even though it took a little bit of time, it was a 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45-minute trade, you were able to make some cash. Here is your next setup to the short side. 22-point range. Your stop loss goes over that reason why candle. Again, you do get a long entry on the next candle. Notice this here. Notice this candle here, how we close below. It confirms, or actually does not confirm, but then you get a candle that closes back over. This candle, either one of these is still live. So depending on where you're going to take the trade, if the momentum is down, right? Momentum is down. I don't really want to take the long setup, because why? We had a long setup here that failed. Although it failed, it was a winner in terms of, paying you your 1-to-1. It was a failed move as far as coming back up to the highs. Okay, so if we've already rejected once and we haven't taken out this swing high, I don't want to get long again until we take out a previous swing high. So we can ignore that long position. Here's your short setup here. Here's your confirmation 1-to-1 there. The average range there was 14 points, so you would have made a 14-point winner there. And then into the close at 1240, you have a 24-point range that does pay at a 1-to-1 here. Essentially, this was a 3-for-3 day. 1 winner, 2 winners, 3 winners, 4 winners, 4-winner day. If you just follow this strategy, and again, mind you, you would have had to have traded from market open or pre-market to market close. I know a lot of people don't do that. But again, this trade might have been enough for you to call it a day. This trade, if you double stack them, might have been enough to call it a day. Hope you guys understand the strategy. Again, if you guys have more questions on the strategy, sometimes I put out these videos and you guys have a lot of questions, or when to take the entry. I feel like I explained it pretty well. We're looking for a candle to close over under the 20 SMA. Why are we looking to take a trade after that? Well, because I want to be on the side where the bigger liquidity is at. So if we're trading below the 20 SMA, normally there's more sellers in the tape. If we're trading above the 20 SMA, there's more buyers in the tape. So I want to be with the trend, but I want to get in on the start of the trend. I don't want to get in at the end of the trend. I want to get in at the start of the trend. Now, again, does it work 100% of the time? Of course not. If you're looking for more guided help and you want to get access to over a dozen other entry strategies that I use to play this futures market on the prop firm side of things each and every single day, you want access to coaching and one-on-one mentorship, I have 2 spaces available to join Evolution Traders to get inside that community with all those lessons and the rest of the team. Again, it's a first come, first serve basis. The first 2 people to sign up for this month of March, get in the room, and then I close enrollment until the next month, just due to the fact that I want to have enough time to work with everyone. But I'll see all of you guys on the inside.